I debated Professor Lichtman before. I told him his theories about the keys were absurd. I was right. He was wrong. I said he'd lose his keys.
No, you were
couldn't
not
find
right,
them
and
before
I
the
was
election.
not wrong. And that's a cheap shot, and I won't stand for it.
Well, who won, brother?
You should not be taking cheap shots at me.
Who won?
You want to make your
you
point,
live
make your
in
point.
a total
Don't make it
world
personal.
of denial.
I read your own followers' comments.
You don't know
you
anything.
You attacked me
you
personally.
You're so deluded.
Oh, right. I've only been a professor for 51 years.
On this program, I've never been able to finish a thought.
How many books have you published? No, because you're personally attacking me again. Say whatever you want, but I'm not going to stand for
brother,
personal
you got it wrong.
Say
you were
whatever
preposterously and stupidly wrong. So
I will not sit here and stand for personal attacks, for blasphemy against me. You don't need to do that. You don't boost
blasphemy against you. Who the hell are you? Are you Jesus Christ, you loser?
Blasphemy? Dude, what are you talking about? Hey, by the way, he's a professor. Okay, he really believes that he is deity. They won't say it out loud, kind of like, a doctor has a God complex. These guys believe they are deity. Their dookie don't stink. Now, I'm going to show you. This is the guy this guy has had it right for a long time, but he got it wrong. And I'm going to show you how he got it wrong and how it was so obvious. And once you see it, you're going to go, well, duh. Like, of course you didn't see it right. You have 13 keys. And by the way, I'm going to show you mine and you can go through it too. And we're going to go through it. And then you give me your score. I'm giving you mine. And these are the 13 keys to the White House. Okay, so let's go through it. And I know it's already still, the election's over. It's all over. This is just fun for me. All right. In 1991, Lichtman and co-author Ken DeSalle published The 13 Keys to the White House, a book laying out 13 keys forecasting system initially developed in 1981 by Lichtman and renowned mathematician Vladimir Kallis Borak. They developed the keys based on their analysis of trends in presidential campaigns since 1860. The 13 keys are simple to use. Get this. If 8 or more of the 13 keys are true for the incumbent party, its candidate will win the election. But if fewer than 8 are true, the challenger will win. So do you get that? I'll read it one more time. If 8 or more of the 13 keys are true for the incumbent party, its candidate will win the election. But if fewer than 8 are true, the challenger will win. Okay? So let's just go through it really quick. These are the 13 keys. Party mandate. After the midterm elections, the incumbent party holds more seats in the U.S. House of Representatives than after previous midterm elections. Now, I think this is false, and I put F. I didn't even go into it, but I put F because we control the House. 2, contest. There is no serious contest for the incumbent party nomination. Stop and think about that. What do you think about that question? Because here's the thing. You have to be, see, he says it's simple. It actually isn't. Look what he says. There is no serious contest for the incumbent party nomination. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, technically they installed Kamala. Well, okay, but they didn't get there easily. There was a contest. There was a primary. It was just a closed primary between Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and the donors. And remember, Joe Biden didn't go lightly into that good night. He went kicking and screaming. There was a contest. And so for that one, for 3 or for 2, I put F, false. So it's not true. Incumbency. The incumbent party candidate is the sitting president. False. 3 was false. 4, third party. There is no significant third party or independent campaign. Now, some of you may think, well, that's true. There is no significant. No, there is a significant party. Because, look, maybe you don't see it that way, but RFK Jr. was a spoiler candidate. He had like 5, 4, 6% in certain districts. Like, he was a contender, a spoiler, but a contender. So in this one, I would say when it says there is no significant third party or independent campaign, I would say false. There was. 5, short-term economy. The economy is not in recession during the election campaign. They kept telling people that the economy was wonderful when it wasn't. So again, false. Look at this. 6, long-term economy. Real per capita economic growth during the term equals or exceeds mean growth during the previous 2 terms. Okay, people don't remember Donald Trump had this economy humming at like 1.3% inflation. I mean, it was insane. Which tells you, by the way, your economy sometimes is artificially depressed. But let's not get into that. Policy change. Number 7, policy change. The incumbent administration affects major change in national policy. Yes, he did. You can give that a true. Those 2 big bills, that's what brought us the inflation and then the open border. I mean, those are 3 huge national policies. 8, social unrest. There is no sustained social unrest during term. That's just false. There was sustained social unrest. The college campuses across the country had this Gaza, free Palestine. They were commandeering buildings on college campuses, having run-ins with the police. It was everywhere. It was such a huge scandal with whatchamacallit, remember the Harvard professor, the president. She had to resign. And by the way, very shamefully. For plagiarizing her doctorate. That was big. Look at that. Social unrest. Yes, there was. Look at 9. The incumbent administration is untainted by major scandal. There was a major scandal that Joe Biden was in the White House, that he couldn't put sentences together and everyone was covering for him. That was a major scandal that nobody wanted to cover. 10, foreign military failure. The incumbent administration suffers no major failure in foreign or military affairs. You all know what that is. Afghanistan was a debacle. So that's not true. Foreign military success. The incumbent administration achieves a major success in foreign or military affairs. There none. So 10 and 11 are none. This is where I'm going to show you. This is where you see where he got it. You can see now where he got it wrong. Check this out. Incumbent charisma. The incumbent party candidate is charismatic or a national hero. Well, of course she's not. She was horrible. She was god-awful. Nobody even liked her. The cackling, the not answering questions, the evasive answers, it was ridiculous. But get this. The challenger charisma. The challenging party candidate is not charismatic or a national hero. Not charismatic. Okay, well, get this. What do you think he would say? Just for that last one, 13. Because I have his key. I have what he said. Look at what he said. Challenger charisma. True that he has no charisma. This is his key. Lichtman, the guy who made this. Look at what he put. The challenger has no charisma. He said, true. Trump doesn't have any charisma. Imagine thinking that. Imagine thinking he has no charisma. When he walks into the Madison Square Garden for those fights, the crowd goes berserk. He goes to rallies, there's 10, 20, 30,000 people. He goes to a rally and people are lined up around the block a day ahead of time. And he doesn't have any charisma. Look, hold on a second. This is what he said. He says, the challenging party candidate is not charismatic or a national hero. He's saying that Donald Trump wasn't charismatic. It's like, what are you watching? Are you watching MSNBC? Like you're completely devoid of any truth. And then hold on a second. Look at this. Scandal leans true. What was that? Scandal? That was number 9. Hold on a second. So let's go back 9. The incumbent administration is untainted by major scandal. He put true. Didn't he put true on, 9? Leans true. What are you talking about? Clearly, the cover-up of Joe Biden's mental acuity was a joke. The gaffes, the stumbling up the stairs, falling off bikes, wandering off at G7 meetings. I mean, it was unbelievable. I saw one where he was literally wandering around a G7 meeting. He was wandering around and Jill had to get him. And the people it was like a kind of like an open door kind of restaurant, coffee kind of place. And the people saw him and he was like, just walking around. And then somebody goes, how's it going, Mr. President? He goes, oh, it's great. And then Jill runs in. Like, dude, this was a major scandal. He missed it. He didn't see it. See, but the number 13, that tells you what's wrong. Now, I don't know that he's suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, but if you don't think Donald Trump has charisma, he had a number 1 hit series. I mean, it was ridiculous. In fact, Minka, what's her name? Brzezinski? Morning Joe. I've got video of her fawning over him. Minka, Joe Scarborough's wife. I mean, fawning over him. Like hugging him. And then it all blew up when he won. So I'm just telling you, sometimes you can have the right answer right in front of you, but if you have confirmation bias and you can't look at stuff objectively, you're probably going to lose. Look, you can look at my list. If he had come to me and said, Stu, I want you to do a list and whatever you say, I'm going to take. Because when I'm looking at mine, there would be a landslide. There's no way. He would have never won. I mean, he would have won. I mean, he would have been right, I should say. So Look, man, it's funny to look back now, you know, but clearly he got it wrong. But the reason he got it wrong is because confirmation bias. He figured Donald Trump doesn't have charisma. I mean, when he walks onto those fight, you know, they're playing American Badass. Everybody, even on football fields, are doing the Trump dance. The dude's a national hero. And people don't get it. Like him, people don't get it. Well, I'm not going to stand for this blasphemy. It's like, dude, are you deity? What do you mean blasphemy? What the hell? He's a professor, though. He said, I've published, you know how many books I've published? It's like, what does that have to do with you getting it wrong? Anyway, I know that it's all over, and Stu, I don't even know why you're going through this. It's like, I was doing it because it's fun for me. That's why I was doing it. All right, that's it for now. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe. And if you're following me on Rumble, please press that follow button. And until the next time, God bless.